All right, well, here we are. We're at our last stop here in Atkins, Arkansas, and LJ just had a bit of a problem. So as you can see, he's got a flat front tire, and you can see the cord on the inside of this thing is just worn. It's worn down to nothing. It's a stock setting, 14,000 miles. So all right, well, here we are in my garage, and you'll see we have the Grand Sport is missing its right front tire. So what we did is we were close enough to home. We ran home, Ron and I ran home, pulled the wheel off my car. We're gonna go back, pick up LJ, swap rims out because we can't drive it that far, and there's nobody around that can fix it like that at this time of day. So we're going to swap it out and get it over to him. Here, you fellers might need some help. All right, let's figure that out.
Where's those two little pieces?
Yeah.
Those two pieces. Just a little right, a little more. No, back the other way. No. Right. Okay, pull forward.
I'm standing on something. Yeah, right. You got it.
Now, do it again.
All right, here we go. We have a slightly used Michelin Super Sport tire, and the hole is right there.
Point again. Thank you.
And what do you got on these for, what's your mileage there, LJ? 14,000?
14,000. All on the inside.
That ain't no good.
No wonder I couldn't get on track. Front tires.
Thank you.
No rotations.
14,000 miles ago.
Yeah, 14,000 miles ago. Man, that is, yeah, that's chewed up pretty good.
How long are they supposed to last?
Okay, Jen, so what are you seeing here?
I'm seeing tires.
You're correct.
Yes.
Are you seeing a problem with one of these tires?
They're not on the car.
That's another problem, yes.
So difficult.
That
This is
another
why I
problem.
don't buy tires. That's what my husband's for.
This.
Okay.
This here.
So
I see
is
wire.
real bad.
So here's what we have here. Is we have the tire off my Grand Sport, same exact tire as what LJ's got on his car. So my Grand Sport, 12,000 miles, and it's worn, but you know it's still got some tread on it. Same tire, 14,000 miles, and the inside is completely gone. As you can see here, this is just, I mean, you can see how it's worn down. So what the difference is I had my alignment redone, give more of a neutral type alignment, where LJ left the alignment from the factory on there, so it's more of a track alignment. So this is what you get when you leave the alignment on there like that and you drive the cars like we do. So just a public service announcement. If you don't want to run out of tires at 12, 13,000 miles, it might be a good idea to go ahead and get your alignment redone if you have a Grand Sport or a Z06. Okay, so I wanted to do a little more in-depth talk really about the tire situation and kind of the alignment from the factory. So LJ's car is a Z07. Now the Z06, the normal Z06s, and the Z06s, Z07s, and the Grand Sports share the same alignment characteristics, toe-in, camber, and all those things. So FE6 would be for the standard Z06 and the Grand Sport, and then FE7 is the Z07 package. So the standard, or from the factory, I've got the factory alignment specs here. So from the factory, the left camber is negative 0.6 degrees, and the right is negative 0.9, and the rears are both negative 1.1 degrees. So camber is kind of the alignment of the tires like this, up and down. So the reason you would do camber specifically for a track setup, or camber, like a negative camber for a track setup, would be that as you're going into corners, it'll lay the tire flat and you get more of the contact patch on the road, so you have more grip. But obviously, from how we normally drive, a lot of our street driving, you don't need that. So you're going to get some premature wear on the inside of your tire, which we saw in the video. Now, the other piece, so like with my car, with my Grand Sport, I kept my stock alignment for about 5,000 miles, and then I changed it out just because I started to notice some premature wear on the insides of the tires. When I did that, when I went to more of a neutral camber setting, it didn't really impact the cornering that much. I mean, I felt a little bit of a difference, but not a ton. And quite honestly, I thought it was, I'm not going out for track times. And if I did decide to go out on a track day, I could always just change it out. It's like $80, $90 to align your car. So if I really was interested in doing that, I'd just go ahead and change it out that way. So I moved mine over about 5,000 miles to a more of a standard neutral setting. Now, one thing, so LJ's car didn't, he left his with the stock setting. The other thing that kind of impacted, I think, kind of pronounced the wear, especially that inner wear on LJ's car, is the fact that he's lowered his car. So it took that camber and it lowered the center, the center of the car, and it actually made it even tighter like that. So his camber was obviously probably a lot more than this negative 0.6 or 0.9 degrees. So it made it a big impact. So anyway, so you can leave, obviously you can leave your track alignment or your car track aligned as it is. What I would suggest is that you look at your tires on a regular basis, make sure they're not wearing or haven't worn all the way through. And the other piece would be is that if you do any maintenance on your car, make sure you're looking at that, looking at the tires when you have the car up. Or if your shop, make sure they're either checking it, make sure they're reporting back to you, or let you go back and look at your tires yourself physically to inspect them, because you don't want to have something like this happen, because that's kind of a bad deal. So the other thing this has really taught me, or I guess that kind of reinforced for me, is the importance of run flats. So I've always switched out the run flats on my cars. They're noisy, and I personally feel that you get better grip out of non-run flat tires. However, had LJ not had run flat tires, we would have been stuck up in the mountains someplace, because in a lot of times where we're going, there's no cell service. So you don't have the opportunity to blow out and call AAA. If you're alone, you're kind of stuck and stranded until somebody can come along, maybe give you a ride to someplace where you get some cell service. So so the run flats obviously helped him in a couple of ways. One was he didn't have a catastrophic tire failure where he ruined a rim and everything else, but also two, it allowed him to get to a safe place off of the road, and we could go ahead and get that switched out. So run flats, I'm sold on run flats. I'll probably keep run flats on the Grand Sport. We'll go ahead to replace them. I was kind of debating back and forth. I'm getting to the point where I need to replace them, but this kind of solidified my decision to go ahead and stay with the run flats. So that's all we really have today. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you found it informative. Keep an eye, like I said, keep an eye on your tires. If you would, please give us a big thumbs up, like and subscribe, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks. Have a great day.